Giannis, one of the 11 NBA players to win back-to-back MVPs in league history, is trying to contend for a title on the Milwaukee Bucks, and they have a decent roster around him. Made up primarily of Chris Middleton and Eric Bledsoe financially, and then filling in the pieces with Brook Lopez, George Hill, and so on, the Bucks were one of the 3 teams that mattered in the NBA bubble, or at least that's what we and Giannis thought. Hello amigos, welcome to Takes in Fuego. Today we take a look at Giannis Antetokounmpo, and we wonder, is there an expiration date on this Milwaukee experiment? The Bucks do have multiple players coming up for free agency. The other Lopez and Wesley Matthews on a player option, and Connaughton and Korver testing the market themselves. Knowing that the elephant in the room is Giannis' contract, which is right around the corner, the Bucks will surely do whatever it takes to find some pieces to plug around Giannis. Ideally, some three-point shooters to say, stand there and shoot the ball when Giannis passes it to you and you're wide open. But can Giannis win a title in Milwaukee? Well, that depends if you can win a title in the regular season. Or you can't? That's not how it works. The Bucks are one of the best regular season teams in NBA history last year, and Giannis had one of the best regular seasons of all time. But that's just a fun trivia fact when you're watching LeBron raise the trophy from your couch. 2 times now the Bucks have been bounced from the playoffs earlier than they expected, and it might not have been a Clippers level of completely collapsing, but it certainly hasn't been good in the postseason for the Bucks lately. The postseason is a game of adjustments. You do this, I do this. You play it this way, I play it that way. But the Bucks don't seem to have enough adjustments in their bag to seriously compete. This may be because of their coach, or because of their roster, or it may have just been the wrong year. We may find out more this year. But whatever the case may be, if Giannis is serious about contending, say what you want about Milwaukee, but it is a question mark. If you request a trade to another team that's contending, it won't be a question mark, especially if you request to be traded to the Golden State Warriors. Do the Golden State Warriors have the package to get Giannis? That seems to be the big question, right? It will primarily depend on what's out there to compete with. Let's start with the trades Golden State would most prefer and then transition into the most realistic. The first package includes Andrew Wiggins, the Warriors' number 2 pick, Minnesota's pick, a future first, and a couple of young players. This would be great for the Warriors because they get Giannis, Clay, Steph, Draymond, and then you figure the rest out. This works out for the Bucks because they could get a number of young players and picks to build around. But there is a small problem with this trade though, especially when you consider the Bucks are trying to compete. Andrew Wiggins sucks. Okay, he doesn't flat out suck, but as we saw in Minnesota, he's not a number 1 or a number 2 option, period. The reason this trade from Minnesota was thought to be good for the Warriors is because he could literally be expensive Harrison Barnes. I'm reluctant that he can even do that because he falls asleep on defense and sometimes on offense. But it's still a package that could be thrown out if Milwaukee literally gets no better offers. This is the second most likely package Golden State would throw Milwaukee's way. Draymond, Eric Paschall, Jordan Poole, Golden State's number 2 pick, whoever it ends up being, Minnesota's future pick, and a future Golden State first. This works well for the Warriors because you still get to have Klay Thompson, Steph Curry, and Giannis all on the floor together. It works because you swap out Draymond, who's historically been a great defender, for Giannis, a defensive player of the year candidate. And you kinda don't need those picks when you're going to be awesome. This works for Milwaukee as you still have Middleton, Bledsoe, and Brook Lopez, one of the best centers to have in modern NBA, and then you add Draymond, one of the best glue guys in basketball who can help teammates get open shots, lock down other teams on defense, and a bright future with the picks surrounding it. The problem for Milwaukee would clearly be they would have to shift their entire philosophy very heavily. Basically, their entire offense is based on Giannis being the primary scorer and ball handler. Middleton would have to rise to that role. But the way he's been used, he has not shown he can distribute the ball as well as Giannis. So it's unknown if you can really build an offense around him and actually try to compete for a title. Draymond's certainly good, but more as an accessory than the main draw of a team. Charles Barkley knows what I'm talking about. Alright, so I'm Bob Myers, right? Milwaukee rejected my first 2 offers, including Wiggins and Draymond. I got to level up on them. I give Milwaukee a call and I say, here it is. Eric Paschall, a future first, and Klay Thompson. Balls on the table, here we go. Golden State says yes because guess what? You have Stephen Curry and Giannis. That's already arguably better than LeBron and Anthony Davis. And you just always have one of those guys on the court and your opposition loses. Easy. Milwaukee says yes because you're not going to get full value for Giannis. But Klay is still one of the top shooters and one of the top secondary offensive options in the league. And if you have the offense of primarily Middleton but dishing out to Klay, unfortunately we know it's not Giannis and the rest of the Bucks, but it's something you can actually build around and compete. Everything we've heard so far is that Giannis is on good terms with the Bucks, but you have to wonder if Giannis will request a trade, being the Bucks have been bounced early from the playoffs when they should have absolutely been contenders. Or we wonder if he will leave in free agency. Due to his cap situation, Giannis can't really sign with the Warriors in free agency. If his goal is to ultimately play alongside Steph, he will have to do it through a trade or a sign-in trade and have to do it through likely Milwaukee. My personal thoughts are, I just think Giannis is different than other stars. He loves to go out there and compete. He doesn't seem like he necessarily wants to chase. He seems like he likes his teammates a lot. He seems like he has no ill will towards the city of Milwaukee or the Bucks organization. But what do you think? Does Giannis force a trade before his contract's up? What trade gets it done? Let me know in the comments and be sure to subscribe for more Fuego NBA trades.